Greetings one and all, and welcome back to the farm and part number 82 of my Farming Simulator 22 Debt Recovery Challenge. Slow and steady progress. No, actually we're doing really well. We're doing really good work today. Carrying on from where we left off in part 81. I've got the stone pickers off and working on fields 5 and 15. Actually fields 5, this entire area 5 and 6 requires a significant amount of work, but we can't make any more progress until we have gathered up all the bales that we bailed out in the last episode. So we're going to jump straight on with it. We're not going to waste any time waffling or babbling away. Quite simply, I'm going to do this first row of bales, bring the truck around in line with the double road just over there, and then we're going to get the plough off and working, because we want to get this ploughed up as fast as we possibly can and crack on. Yeah. There's the plan. It's a good plan. I like that plan. So, usual format for these videos. If you haven't watched any of them before, I would highly recommend you go back to part 1 and just work your way, binge watch it if you will, up until where we are now, so that you kind of understand what it is I've been doing and how it's all been progressing. But basic format for my videos is I do a little bit of talking, explain what we're doing, or what I'm doing rather, and then I throw you guys into what I refer to as warp speed, which is basically a hyperlapse. I will do an awful lot of work. You will see it with no commentary. We're running really quickly with some music bouncing away in the background, so you can either watch it as it unfolds, or you could just use it as background noise. I am told by some people that these videos make really good background noise if you're doing something else, and just having that on in the background and just looking up occasionally. So we'll do a segment of that, and then I'll bring us back to normal speed where I'll talk some more, and we'll just go over what we've been doing, and then back into another segment where we do really sped up work again, and then we wrap the episode up with a bit more talking, and we go from there. So you guys jumping into warp speed, enjoy the show, and we'll speak again when we've done a segment of work. I honestly don't know how much it's going to be, because it varies from session to session. So definitely trying to get the bales done. We'll probably even start the line work, which is going to be on 5, 6 and the 2 custom fields that we cut in. Depends how quickly the stone pickers work. So one way or another, we're going to get a whole bunch of work done. So enjoy, and speak soon. Okie dokie. Segment 1 completed. We are in a New Holland. New tractors. If you weren't watching and you were just listening, we have leased in 2 brand new New Holland tractors, medium tractors, and 2 more stone pickers. So we now have a fleet of 4 tractors which are just solely dedicated to stone picking. These fields are huge. I've said it many times before, and I will keep saying it, because they are massive. And the stone pickers are a great little thing. They do the job really, really well. But we just need to pick up the pace a bit. So it is going to be a team of 4 running now. They probably won't all get used at the same time for the most part. But just having them there ready to go in case we need them is just going to be a weight off my mind. So we've got 2 McCormicks and 2 New Hollands. We are, as you can see, we're almost finished with field 15. As soon as they're pretty much done, I will set the seeder loose on that. Yeah, because he's been fertilized. We are driving this one. Just finishing up our new custom field. Once he's done here, I'm going to set him to work on the opposite end of field 5. So he's chasing towards that one. We're pretty much up to date. I can't do anything. I'm just stuck here waiting. Once the stone picking's done, we can start the mine work, but we have seeded in the first corn section of the new custom field just below the farm. I wish we could number these fields. It would be very helpful, or letter them perhaps, so that you can tell the difference, but never mind. We do need to go around and check our stone pickers just to make sure that they're not about to be full, because yeah, these fields are so big that they're going to fill their tanks really quickly. So once I have got this guy off and working, we will do the rounds and check out all the other 3, well 2, because the other New Holland's only just started, so there's no way he's going to have a full tank. But I'll check the 2 McCormicks and see how their tanks are doing. If they look like they're about to run out, then we'll pull them off the field and empty them out. But there we go. That is another field ready to go. Well, I say ready to go. It needs liming and it needs fertilizing. But progress. Does it need fertilizing? No, it doesn't. They do, but that doesn't. Good. Right then, off you go, and let's check on your friend first because he's about to finish a row. And just like that, he's 80% full, so let's yank him off the field. We'll go and empty that one, and then we'll put him back into play. Obviously, as mentioned before in previous episodes, the AI when it comes to stone picking is not the brightest thing in the world. There is a high probability when I put him back to work on this field, he is going to deliberately make the turn back onto the stuff he's already picked. It happens so often, it's unbelievable. I really am hoping, I've seen it just a handful of times where it's actually done the job properly and it's made the right turn, or left turn, depending on which way you want to look at it. But most of the time he will go out of his way to go in the wrong direction, which is infuriating. You never know, we might get lucky and see it again where they make the right turn. Correct turn. There we are. That's the better phrase so we don't get our lefts and rights confused. The correct turn. To speed this process up, what we should do is have a bucket close by where we can just unload into and then dump the bucket, because we've got a 100,000 litre bucket on board John Deere tractor, which is kicking about somewhere, could hold all 4 of these in one move, it would save some driving time. There we go, he's nice and empty. So off he goes back onto field number 5. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he makes the correct moves and we don't have any issues. We'll have to try and keep an eye on that before I chuck you guys back into accelerated speed, warp speed, whatever you want to call it. Lower the booms. So whilst he's making his way up the first row, we'll check on the other McCormick and see how that tank's doing. It's probably just as bad as this one. Right. That is actually 78%. And he's going to make a run up that slope there. So if we grab the John Deere, fold up the boom arms on the fertilizer, and make a mad dash for that field, we can put my plan into action. Because we're not going to be doing any fertilizing for a little while. Can't do anything until they're done picking up that field. We don't need to fertilize field number 15 because it's ready to go. Where is he? He's coming up at about halfway. We won't stop him on a full row. We're going to stop him about halfway and see if that helps with the turning process. And we can empty him off and just rehire the worker and set him going again. And hopefully, fingers crossed, he does his job. The other guy is almost at the end of his row. So you halt. You can empty into that. Keep an eye on him. Is he going to make the turn? Is he going to make the turn? Which way is he going to go? Oh wow. He made the turn. Just to prove me wrong. No. Oh well. I'm happy to be proven wrong in this case, because it just means I don't have to pay attention to him. Alright, you're empty. Off you go. Neither one of those two are going to need emptying again on this field. They will complete that really quickly and then we'll be able to move them on. Move them on where? That's a good question. I think we'll probably put those two on field 6. And then we can put these two on that custom field up the north. And we'll go from there. There's a plan. So, that's enough talk from me. We've got our working plan. Everything is going more or less as expected, which is a little worrying because things normally go wrong. None of the pickers should need unloading for a little while, so what we're going to do is I'm going to throw you guys back on to warp speed. Nothing more I can do until, well, at least this field has been stone picked. Once field 5 has been done, we can start the liming process. We've got the saddle track ready to go with the liming implement on board. It is a custom implement, so it's got a really wide pickup sprayer to it, and I do mean it is ridiculously wide. If you haven't seen it before, it is stupidly unrealistic, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, we're just going to wait on those guys to finish up, and we're going to wait on those guys to finish up. They are probably going to hit each other fairly soon, so I think the best course of action here is to move this New Holland. I think he's gonna leave enough of a road, maybe. McCormick might have to do a double. I'm not certain on that. If we stop him here, it means we don't have to travel quite so far. I say it doesn't need unloading, but it's 37% full. That's a lot of rocks on this field. So yeah, right. So you guys go into warp speed. We'll get this last. Oh yeah, I suppose it is the last hyperlapse segment complete. So I'll get to work. You guys can enjoy, listen to it, watch it, whatever works for you, and I will bring us back when I'm done setting it all up. Hopefully, all going well, we will have completed 5 and done all the liming of that segment. So just keep an eye on 5, 6 and that northern custom field. That's where most of our work is for today, and we'll see how far we can get in this recording session. So enjoy, and we'll speak again when the work has been done. Okay then, that is the last segment of recording completed for this episode. We have chopped down some trees just to kill a bit of time and make a little bit of money, so that can go on there and carry on. We have stone picked field 5. He is screwed up. Let's see if we can just fix that before we run out of time. We have pretty much completed the stone picking on field 6. That's you done. That's the third stone picker's job done. The fourth one is probably well on its way to being completed. We've been slowly and steadily buying in all the leased equipment that we've been getting. We've got all the headers. No, we've got all the grain headers. Or we don't have all the corn headers. I don't actually know what you'd call those. Very bad. So, yeah, we're doing well. All things considered, going pretty decently. That is all the stone picking done. So 5 and 6 and the custom fields are totally stone picked. We've got fertilizing to do on field 6. This is all for the next episode. We're just wrapping things up now. And then we've got the liming to do all that. And that's it. Then we are able to skip through the rest of the day, what's left of it. Probably won't be a lot by the time we've completed all this. Keeping in mind that these two have to be seeded yet, as do the 2 custom fields. So that's going to take some time. We are probably also going to have to spend more money and bring in a second seeder. Simply, again, because the map is so big, the fields are so large that having 2 seeders running at the same time is just sensible. And we actually have the tractors for it. Saddle Track is really good at running them. The JCB is really good at running them. And the Case Steiger is also really good at running them. So, generally speaking, we do have tractors that can pull the seeders and do a really good job. So, no issues on that score. A bit of a queue going here. See if we can wiggle him in behind. There we go. He can empty whilst we move this guy across. Don't drive into the water. That's a terrible, terrible idea. I've done that many times. To my knowledge, I've not actually driven into this water. I think I might have done it early in the first episode, accidentally. For the most part, I have only ever driven into the water accidentally on most of my maps, only a couple of times. Once you learn that it's a terrible idea and you have to reset everything and you generally lose anything you've been hauling, you try very hard not to go in the water. It's a good learning experience. So there we go. There we go. Our stone picker fleet. Looks good. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Cedar has completed his job. How are our seeds doing? 5,000 litres. Let's pop that up. We're running a little low. So we've just put sorghum into field 15. I think that was 15. Yeah. What are we short on? Don't know whether it will load from this side. We'll try it. I think it wants the other side. Pretty certain it wants the other side. I don't know why it's got the holes in both tanks when it'll only load from one side. Nearly had it. I just saw it flash. There we go. So that's all the seeds topped up. Not full, but topped up. As a little reminder to myself, we will just figure out what crop we're going to grow next. I think wheat is definitely going to be one of them. Don't you crash into me? So we'll put wheat on number 5 and then we'll evaluate after that and figure out what it is we're missing or need more of. So, there we go. Episode 82 completed. We have done well. Very well, actually. One more fertilizing field and then a whole lot of liming, seeding, and we're good to go. So this is where I will say thank you all very much for joining me. Whether you watched it, whether you listened to it, as long as you enjoyed yourself, that's all that matters. If you made it this far, I'm assuming you have enjoyed it. So consider hitting that subscription button if you haven't already pressed it. Turn on your notifications so that you find out when I release my content. Throw us a comment if you feel like it, ask a question, whatever works for you. Other than that, guys, thank you again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch you all on the next one.